Today, let's talk about selling stuff.
It's the money, it's the money, it's the money, yeah. It's the money.
So, sooner or later, at one point, you're going to have to stop being a writer thinking about the art, and you're going to have to start being an author and thinking about the business. That means at some point, you're going to have to sell your book. Still need this. The thing about selling is that there's no golden secret, but there are some incredibly basic mistakes that you can make literally every single week. I see at least a couple of tweets that are trying to plug their book, and I can already tell you that those attempts are basically doomed from the get-go. A basic understanding of the selling process really can help you avoid these basic mistakes that improve your chances of actually making a sale. My day job is in marketing, but I want to be clear, I mostly know the basics. There are people specific to publishing who've been doing this for decades, so if some of them have additional input or advice, listen to them. Here's what a typical sales process looks like. There are 3 main steps. People in each one of those steps of the funnel have their own distinct need. And if you aren't meeting those needs at that particular point in time, then they're more likely to drop out. And your job is to, as easily as you can, meet the needs that they have at that particular step and make it as easy as possible for them to progress to the next step. This first step of the process is the hook. You want to try to get someone's attention. These people don't know anything about you. They don't know anything about your story. What you need to do is you need to pique their curiosity and give them a taste of what kind of experience it is that your book will give them. Because fundamentally, the reason that people buy books is because they are after a certain kind of experience. Maybe they love experiencing horror. Maybe they want an immersive epic fantasy. And maybe they just want a light, quirky romance with their happily ever after. Once you are done with the hook, you are now ready for step 2, engagement. This second step, engagement, is where you get a chance to try and give them some additional information about what it is. On the most basic level, for example, a hook might be a cover art on an end cap. Engagement is where you pick it up and you flip it over and you start reading the back. For a hook, you might have a sentence to get people's attention. For engagement, you have about a paragraph to try and give them a bigger picture view of what this kind of story is about. This is where you can be a little bit broader. You can set the stakes. You can tell a little bit more about the characters who are in your story. You've got 1 or 2 paragraphs to set up the premise or to flesh out your world or to tell you what the awesome thing is. This is also the spot where you can get a little bit more involved and telling about your characters, or if you did something that was really cool, or if you've got an awesome magic system you want to talk about. You have a little bit more space to flesh out the individual elements that make this cool. The point is that you can elaborate and give potential buyers a clearer view of just what is actually this experience you're going to be buying. At this point, if you've got a reader who's interested, they liked your hook, they then took a look, they clicked a link, or they wanted to learn more about it. Now, we're ready for the third step, purchase. Now, when I have engaged with the material and I have decided that I want to actually buy this thing, now I care about the price. Now I'm curious, how much is this thing actually going to cost me? This is actually why people who lead with their book is 99 cents at the very beginning. I don't care at that point. It's not until this later stage in the funnel where I have decided I want to buy the book that I actually care about the price. And once I've decided I want to buy it and I know I can afford it because I've got the price or whatever there, then you need to get out of the way and let people give you their money. So in summary, there are 3 separate stages that potential customers go through, and at each stage they have their own needs. At the hook stage, they need something to catch their attention and give them an idea of what kind of experience it is that you're offering. At the engagement step, they're after more information about that experience, so a slightly more detailed description. They're also after things that let them look up later if they want to, so things like the title of the book and the author. And then once they've made the decision to purchase, they need to know the price and where and how to pay. Remember, hook, engagement, purchase. Those are the 3 things you need to execute on when you are trying to facilitate a sale. That's it. That's a basic sales process in a nutshell. And I wanted to have this conversation because marketing is so important. When you're writing a story, you are making art, and that is a profound and powerful thing. However, at some point when you start trying to sell your book, you're a business person, and you need to think about it from a business perspective. This is a conversation I've wanted to have for a very long time because I do feel that this is such important information, and these basics aren't that hard. Now, I will tell you that, again, there's no surefire way to actually be 100% guaranteed of sales. That's not true because your book isn't for everybody. But what a good marketing approach does, it takes you out of the picture and lets the audience get excited for your story and excited for something that will fit their needs or their wants at that point in time. This is also, to be clear, the tip of an incredibly large iceberg. You can go into so much more detail. There's a lot there. So I want to do more talking about this kind of marketing side of things because it's something I've thought a lot about. So there will be more of this coming, but I wanted to start today with just this basic model of it so that I hope it can help you just trying to frame what it is you're trying to do a little bit better. So, all right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourselves, be kind, and have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekend. What am I even saying? Like, it's Tuesday. I don't know why I thought that this angle was a good angle to film at. Ow, that was dumb.